How's it going, everyone? Mountainspyder here with a brand new title. So recently I've picked up a game called Grounded. I've been super excited about this game for quite a while, and finally I've gotten a chance to actually play it, get into it, and I am super excited about this. I love the concept for it. The game in a nutshell is you're a little kid who's been shrunk down to like the size of an ant, and you're in your backyard and you've got to survive. So this is a survival based game, and I've put about like 2 or 3 hours into it just to see if it will be able to run properly and get this going, and I'm loving it so far. So I'm super excited to get this going. I'm going to start a playthrough right from the beginning and go through the game with everyone. Now, 2 things to note. Firstly, and most importantly, this game is a pre-release. This is not the finished product, so there might be some bugs, there might be some crashes, it might not be perfect, but keep in mind it is pre-release. And secondly, if you have arachnophobia, do not watch this series. This is a warning I put up in all my videos. If you've got arachnophobia or are terrified of spiders, I would not suggest watching this game, as they are the main enemies behind it. That is a straight up warning to anyone. If you are scared of spiders and you don't feel safe watching this video, rather don't. But without further ado, let's get into it. Off the bat, this is a really fun game, and I like this style of game as well. So, starting a brand new game, I'm just going to play on medium because, as I said, I haven't put much into this game yet, and I don't quite know that much. So these are essentially like your 4 survivors, your 4 teens. Let's pick up Pete. Why not? Yeah, so you do get different difficulty settings from mild to war, which is very difficult, and then creative is essentially just you can do what you want, like your own playground. It's really cool that this option is here if you just want to be building a base and exploring. But for me, I'm going to be playing on medium just to see how it goes. I might do a hard playthrough later on, but let's see how this goes with Pete. Alright, one thing as well, unfortunately my system's not fantastic, so I'm actually running this game on low. Now, it still looks really good. I just wish I could play this game on ultra, because it is such a beautiful game. So, yeah, when I said you're small, I meant it. You are tiny. So, right off the bat, this world looks amazing. They really did justice of essentially you being a tiny little person in this world. And I mean, this is the game on the lowest graphic settings. Unfortunately, it's the only way I can play the game. I'm very sad about that. But yeah, this is the game. This world is amazing. So, it's a survival type game, which means that it is a resource management game. So you want to be collecting resources to go on your journey. Now you can pick up these little green plants on the ground for plant fibers. If you pick up the slightly larger ones, these are actually sprigs. And you use these resources to build different items. And you can grab some mushrooms to grab something to eat. So, let's follow the tutorial so far. Oh, there's little aphids running around. These are a pretty okay food source. And there's an ant. And the ant's actually hunting the aphids, which is really cool. Like, the world reacts well around you. As I said, this is still pre-release, so it is still early on in development. A lot of things might change. The ant's quite interested in me. Let's see if I can drop the ant some mushrooms, see what happens. Drop. Do you eat mushrooms? Ant apparently doesn't eat mushrooms. Just trying to go and kill an aphid. So, quite a few things might still change. But as it is right now, this game, I'm happy with. As I said, I haven't put a huge amount of time into it, but I mean, just originally, like, there's your house. This is your garden. It is amazing. And as I said, this is on the lower settings, and it looks beautiful. So I only wish I could play this on a higher setting. Alright. Let's carry on going. There's a little research hut where we can start actually looking at things. And these research huts are actually where you can start unlocking new recipes, unlocking new blueprints, and start building new items. So, I don't know what that is. So, let's take a look and see what's inside of here. So, interact with the computer. This allows you to analyze materials to see what you can build with it. So let's see what we can build with our pebbles. You've got a number of charges which restore over time. So you now get some science which you use to get like new plans a little bit later on. And I learned how to make a pebble axe. Let's see what we can do with plant fibers. And this is actually a key point of the game, is like this whole research and understanding the world around you. So I learned how to make some woven fibers. And lastly, let's take a look at the sprigs. And as you can see there, the next charge comes in 9 minutes or so. So I learned how to make a spiky sprig and a trail marker. So if I open my inventory, I can then take a look at what I can craft. So there is me with nothing special. If I go to my craft menu, these are all the different things you can build. You do get more tabs as you progress further in the game. So first off, I want to get myself a pebble axe so I can start building more things. This is your basic tool. Now what I want to do with this is essentially use it to get more resources. So I need 3 sprigs to make it, 2 pebbles, and I need 1 woven fiber. Now I can make a woven fiber by either going to materials and crafting it here. And here it actually shows you what you need to make it. What you can use it for, sorry. But what you can do is, in Pebble Axe, you can click on the resource you need and just go hot craft. And it'll craft one for you. Now that I've got it, I craft my 1 axe. And as you can see, it is now in my inventory. So I just want to actually move which tab it's in, because I don't want that, and I prefer putting that over there. So now I've got myself an axe. Let me take a look at the tools I need next. Now again, resource heavy game, so I want to be looking at resources as well as a way to defend myself just in case. So I'd like to get myself a spear just in case. So I want to get myself 2 more sprigs. And the next 2 I need to look at getting is a hammer. So I need 3 more sprigs for that. So I need 5 sprigs in total. So let's go and look for some sprigs. Now there are some ants actually. They're just going about life. So apparently I need to go and find some water. So grab another sprig quickly. Now, water is actually a little bit difficult to find in this game. Most of the time, the ants are actually super curious about you, which is really cool. Most of the time, you'll find it in droplets on blades of grass. It's so like strange being this size. Ooh, and there is a red mite. Now, these are enemies, and they will fight you. This first one I don't think is ever aggressive. But they are enemies that you can then essentially dispatch and get resources from them. So, opening up. This is some strange weird box thing which you start out with. And actually really cool. Like you can go inside, you can explore a whole bunch of wires. You're literally climbing around on a circuit board, which is crazy. And also when you discover resources, you can actually discover new ideas. Like you saw there, I discovered a sprig bow by grabbing those resources. So let's get on top of this and investigate the mysterious machine. So you've got a weird science knob thing which is turned to off, which I don't know why you would turn your science knob to off, but you can't move it, which is weird. And your power is only a little bit of power. So let us push some buttons and see what happens. And this machine, unfortunately, is not working. So now I need to unblock the obstructed laser and find whatever is weakening one of the lasers. Let me finish the tutorial first. So first of all, I need to find something to eat. As I said earlier, you can actually eat mushrooms. So you essentially just click on it in your hotbar and you can eat it. Otherwise, you can go in your inventory and eat the mushrooms. Just like that. And your essential food bar will fill up on the left there. And now I need to find myself some water. Now, there's a few ways you can go about this. As I said, you can look for water droplets on the blades of grass, which I can't actually find any right now, which is a bit frustrating. As I said, this can actually be a real problem sometimes. So I can't find any water droplets, unfortunately. Now, what you can do is, you'll see these nice big pools of water over here. And if you can now drink this. However, as you can see, it doesn't taste so great. And you actually get hungry drinking this because it's not fresh water. Get some sap. Yep, there we go. So it's not exactly fresh water, which means now I need to eat again because I drank dirty water. One thing you can do, I really wish I could find one of the droplets because it's actually a really cool interaction and I can't now find one. Let me try this direction. They're sometimes in this direction. Because you've got to like throw something at the water droplet to bring it down. Man, there's just no water droplets there. Ah, there's one. So there's the water droplet. So now, sometimes it's too high up that you can't hit it. And when that's the case, you literally got to take out something to throw at the water droplet to knock it down. And you basically like run after the water droplet to slurp it up. And you see that time my food stayed full. So that was some clean water that you can actually drink. Now there is one more source of water that I've found so far. Well, one primary source of water I found so far. And in the world around you, you'll actually find like trash and garbage that people have thrown away. And in these places you can sometimes find water. It's like here you've got a Pancho juice box. Tropicop, apparently. And sometimes in areas like this, you can actually find water coming from this. Looks like right now, though... Ah, there's some. And here's some water. And the slightly green water actually does recover your water and your food, which is quite... I don't know why I'm slurping. There's nothing there. But it recovers your food as well as your water, which is really, really cool. So, let's get back to our machine. And let's unblock the obstructed laser. So if I run back to my machine, let me take a look over here. This one's obstructed, and this blade of grass is obstructing my laser, which is rather frustrating. So let's get rid of it. You can simply interact with the environment and get rid of the blade of grass. And there is my blade of grass. That is now a whole bunch of essentially like planks, and my laser is now working. Now, as of right now, I don't need these. So I'm just going to lay them down here. These are a building resource you can use later on to essentially build your hut and get that going. So my next mission is I've got to find whatever is weakening one of my lasers. So let us go and find what's doing that. I think first off, let me get a spear before I start walking around any further. Just in case. I'm going to build 2 spears just because I like redundancy. And I don't like not being prepared. I need to get myself 3 more pebbles. And here we can... Oh, that's a soldier ant. That is not something I want to be seeing right now. So that soldier ant over there with the mandibles is very, very aggressive and will attack you. Oh, there's Ladybug. Hello, Ladybug. Yeah, so you're going to be very careful. Things will eat you in this game. Straight up, they will eat you. As I said, your main enemy is going to be the spiders. That's primarily what you have to watch out for. I don't plan on running into any spiders in this episode. Because, to say the least, I am not prepared. Where's this laser? There it is. I am not prepared, so I'm going to try and avoid spiders as much as possible for today. And maybe in a later episode we can go and take a look at them. But as of right now, I want absolutely nothing to do with spider. So, there's my my pebble hammer. Let's get that over there. I don't really need rocks that much. It's only when I'm thirsty, which I don't think I'm going to need in a while. So, here's this laser. Now, for some reason, it's not working so well. So, let's go take a look at it. And we found our problem. We've got a whole bunch of mites eating our laser. So, bye-bye, mite. And now you see that there's been a threat engaged, and you hear the music change, which means these little guys are not too happy with me, understandably. So, when you're in combat, you can essentially left-click just to attack, or you can actually block the attacks. Now, to get a good block, you want to try and wait until they attack to get the most out of it. And that way you block all the damage and it doesn't actually drain your meter. Otherwise, you can just hold on to it. And it's a less efficient block, but it's a bit more reliable. Oh man, I missed that one. So let's get rid of these mites. Now the nice thing is you can actually throw the spear as well. For decent damage, and then it's essentially a ranged attack as well. So for example, I'll hold down R and then throw my spear and be an efficient hunter. Let's grab my spear back. And now I've got to go in this cave. And this cave is a little bit dark. So it suggests crafting a torch before we go into there. So let me open up my inventory, take a look, and I see I've got a torch. Now I need to go find 2 more sprigs, some plant fibers, and some dry grass chunks, because I've already got the sap. So let me go find some, there are some fibers in case I need to make some more. I need to find myself some sprig. Aha, here we go. Some sprig, and I needed some dry grass. So now this is dry grass, it's essentially your brown grass. you knock this down, and instead of getting the planks, you get those like fibers. Boop, there we go. And you can hit the stem itself to get some more. So let's grab all of these little fibers. And I think that's enough to build a torch. Yeah, so woven fibers, let me craft those. And let me craft my torch. So now I can actually see where I'm going in the dark. Let's actually heat that on 5. So there is my torch. And there is my spear. So you can hold your torch in one hand and your spear in the other, which is huge. So let's get rid of the angry little mite who is eating my cable. How dare he? Oh, more mites. Okay, let's get rid of these. Oh, nope, I missed that block completely. And let's pick these up and let's carry on going. This world is absolutely beautiful. Okay, there goes the cable. Cable, cable, cable. Oh, more mites. Okay, let's get this down. Die, mites, die. It's so ridiculous that there's such a tiny little creature and there's such a threat in this game. Stop eating my cable. Go away. Alright. So we are actually finished the mission. Let's grab these light stalks. So I'm a hoarder. I will literally grab every resource I can. Let's grab some more light sources. And honestly, in a survival game, that's not a bad thing. And over here, we can get ourselves some quartzite. So grab the hammer, you bash in the quartzite, and you eventually get some quartzite from this. Which again, I'm a hoarder. I will happily take any bonus resources I can get. And my new crafting idea from discovering quartzite is a repair tool, which is quite cool. Again, not something I'm going to be using right now, but it's good to have in the future. And let's bash through this a little bit quicker. Alright. There is all our quartzite, and there's actually a new tunnel over here, which is quite cool. So we can get some more of those little light stalks. And as you can see, like if you don't have this torch, it's quite dark, other than this little beam of light coming down here. So let's smash this, get some more quartzite for ourselves. As I said, like being a survival game, you want to get as many resources as you can, as often as you can. You kind of want to hoard in this game. It's a good thing. It's a very good thing to hoard. Alright, come on. There we go. We broke through it. So I think the plan for today is just to get a little bit settled. For those of you who have played survival games before, you'll know that the first like night or two are sometimes the hardest parts of the game. So I want to get myself established before the first night. Because nighttime in a game like this is often when you die. What are you? Oh, there's something underground, but I can't seem to get to it, unfortunately. That's okay. What's this? Oh, it's a scab. You discovered a scab scheme. Mite Rider. So let's go to our OS's. Day mode. Mite Rider. Ha, very clever. Alright. Let us continue on our way. So, let me grab my spear again, just in case there are little unfriendlies out here. And for now, I've got to investigate the mysterious machine further. That is my next clue. Now, it's generally a pretty good idea to follow those instructions at the start of the game. It helps you get established and helps you essentially get on your way and start learning what to do. Oh, no, don't drink that. So, one thing I have noticed, though, is that my health's on 50%, which is not something I wanted to be sitting at. So, let me look at my inventory and get a way around that. So, if I go through to health and snacks, you can actually build yourself bandages from plant fibers and sap. So, let me craft that up and let me heal myself up because I'd rather not be walking around on 50% HP. That is not a great idea in this game. Alright. Oh, hello. Aphid honeydew. Let's see if I'm close enough to the science. Oh, hello. Water. That's convenient. Aha. Here's a little science place. So let's go and see if we've got anything on us and any charges that we can use. We've got 3 charges and we've got a lot to investigate here. So let's take a look at the sap and let's see what we can do with sap. As, again, you want to be doing this as regularly as possible to understand as much as possible. So we've got 3 new recipes from that, which is actually really cool. We've got ourselves a plant lamp, a workbench, and a sconce. Let's take a look at maybe the dry grass chunk and see what we can build with the dry grass chunk. So from this, we can actually get ourselves log pallets, and you also use it in the plant lamps and the sconce. Alright, so we've got pallets, which is where we can actually store those planks of grass. And let's examine quartzite, see if we've got a lot of it. What can we actually use it for? So, using quartzite, we can actually use it to make a dew collector. And that's a way of essentially getting yourself a more reliable source of water, which is something I would like to build down the line. So, as I'm running, I'm just picking up resources. What time is it? It's already 20 to 4, so it's going to be night time. Just a gnat. It's going to be nighttime relatively soon. So, I really want to start working on my base. And I think that's what essentially the end goal of this episode is going to be. It's getting my base going. So, target acquired. Let's activate. And what does this machine do? Let's see. We power it up. We zap it, and that's not great. It's getting quite late. I should construct some shelter and get some sleep. Oh, no. Scary ants, scary ants. Okay. So, got a new recipe, which is the lean-to, which I should probably take a look at. So, I think it's under utilities. There's the lean-to. I need to get myself some clover leaves. What are you doing, Nat? I need to get myself some clover leaves. So, let me go and find... Ah, here we go. Oh, no. Why are there so many soldier ants around here? Okay, let's go somewhere else. I don't want to be dealing with those soldier ants right now, because quite frankly, I can't. And I want to get these clover leaves up soonish, so that I can start getting my shelter going. Because as I said before, I don't want to be out after dark, unless I really have to be. So let's bring down some of these clovers, and grab them. Now one thing you gotta be careful when harvesting is you use stamina to swing your tool. That same pool of stamina is what you use to run. So be very careful if you're busy harvesting things, because you're using up your stamina, which you also need to run away if something comes to eat you. So be aware of your stamina. It does recover super quickly, but just be aware that it is a resource that you got to keep an eye on, and it means that you can't just run forever or swing your tool forever. So, let us build up our quick lean-to. It doesn't look like I can build up on top here. So, I think for now... I wonder if I can build inside. I don't think I can. No, I can't. Alright, so I think for now... I'm just going to build over here just to keep it nice and safe. And at least this means I've now got a respawn point. So, to use that, you got to click on it to set a respawn point. And now, if you were to get killed by something, I will respawn over here. So, as I said, the first night, I want to get myself a building going to make sure I'm safe. So, to build this, I need to get myself 4 planks of grass. So, I've got a few here already. And let's keep going with this and get as many of these down as possible. And hopefully start building ourselves a little hut. There we go. Stamina regenerate quickly. And there we go. And let's get one more down. I must say, this game has a really nice feature, and that's in the sense that if you go to your build menu and you start building your hut, it actually goes into like a blueprint mode where you can essentially plan your building before building it. Now, I know this is something that's like silly, like it sounds silly at first, but this is huge and it is such a great idea. So thank you so much to the developers, because now you can essentially plan out your entire building and then build it. Which, like, groundbreaking, right? But it's huge. And we get ourselves a door. Seriously, is a door not going to fit? Oh, why is it not going to fit? The wall fits. Okay, let's get rid of this. Let's see if we can put our door over here. Why is this door just not placing anyway? Okay, let's try on this side. Nope. Apparently it doesn't want to connect anyway. There we go. Alright, so that's where our door's going to be. Let's bring this menu up to get our walls back. And let us start building our house. So, I know I need a whole bunch of these. Unfortunately, you can only carry 5 at a time. So, you can either put 1 plank down at a time to build, or you can essentially hold down to use up all your resources at once. So let's grab some more of these. And let's carry on building. And getting our hut off the ground. So there were a few of these planks over here from our previous stem. Let's grab these. Let's get this going. And I want to get this hut going rather soon. Because as I said, I don't like being outside after dark. It's scary. Things will try and eat me. So let's get this down as quickly as possible. And let's go from there. Alright, there's blade grass. Let's grab as much grass as we can carry. And let's start building this. There's more. There's more. Okay. Now my hut's coming along. This is a pretty decently sized hut, actually. I think it's a little bit bigger than I need. But I'd rather do that. Again, like I said, redundancy. I like having more than I need. Okay. Let's get chopping. So we need to get this hut going as soon as possible. And this one thing I love about this game is just like the building aspect. I mean, I can sit for hours just sitting building stupid buildings, honestly. And just seeing what I can actually build. So that's one thing I love about this game. It's just sitting and letting my creativity flourish. And this really is a fun game. I mean, like, you get to actually explore and build your own world. Now, supposedly, as I said, this is very much a in-development game. It is not 100% finished yet. So things will certainly change and be added to the game, which is something I'm really excited about. Because as is, this game is exciting. As is, this game is a lot of fun. So I'm really excited to see what else the developers can bring to it. And I hope, obviously, like, one of the things they expand upon is building. Because it's something I think a lot of people will enjoy about this game. And I think it's something that has a lot of potential for the future. And it's starting to get very, very dark. So I'm going to have to finish building my hut with a torch. That's all done. Let's build there. Oh, I'm out of grass. Let's get these going. I thought I heard something. Alright, let's get this down. Okay, there we go. So we're getting there. It does take a little while to build my hut, but it's totally going to be worth it when it's done, because I'm going to have somewhere very safe to sleep and to relax. Oh, grass all fell over here, which is actually a pretty good thing. Oh, I've actually got a whole bunch of grass inside my building. I'm okay with that. I'm going to go grab that then. Oh, I think that's all the grass I actually needed. Oh, whoops. I cut... Oh, no, here we go. Okay, I need one more grass plank. And I need to go and get some fiber and some wood stems. Now, wood stem, you need to get from a more harder plant. The most common one you can use is a dandelion, which you can find pretty regularly. You can also use weeds, but you need a stronger tool to do that. So let's go and grab this dandelion. I'm a little bit far out, unfortunately. Where is it now? There's the stem. I'm a little bit further out than I would like, just at nighttime. But let's see. Let's see if we can cut this down quickly. Because I really don't want to be out here right now. Nope, come back here. And again, it essentially drops materials in the same manner as the leaf blades do, the grass blades do. So we've got a whole bunch of sticks here, and let's build that. Do I not have enough woven fiber? Materials. There we go. And the little hut's finished. Oh, I've got a lot of leftover grass. I can actually build some more, which is quite cool. But this is the beginning of my hut, which means I'll be at least now be safe. So I want to go and put these down on the outside for now, just so that I will eventually build a better place to store them. But for now, I think let's just keep them over here, out of my way, out of my living space. And let's get this out the way. So let's get all of that there. Let's get these bonus resources in a nice pile on the side of my hut. Let me clean the inside of my house so at least it looks nice. I know I'm missing a roof, but for now, we can pretend I did it to enjoy the nice stars. Alright, so let's get that down there. Hopefully it doesn't rain. I don't know if it rains in this game. Oh, it's just a mite. That mite gave me heart failure. Let's grab these resources, just not lying around anywhere. And as I said, I like hoarding. It's a problem. But it's great for a game like this. Let's get that down. Hey! Oh, I missed. Get away from my house. Silly gnat. Alright. And I want to actually recycle this and build it again inside my building. So, now that I'm inside my little building, let me put my lean-to inside here, just so that I've got a bit of a safer place to respawn in. So, let's rotate it. Where should I sleep? Let's sleep in this corner. There we go. Sorry, press. You can actually go to third person if you press U. Wow, the lighting's a bit weird with your hair. It's super shiny. But I prefer playing a game like this in first person. And let's build our lean-to. Again, don't forget to always set it as a respawn point. Well, the other thing you can do a lean-to is sleep. And you essentially sleep until morning. I don't want to do that just yet, because I want to see if I've got anything else I can build for around here. I need some sap. I really want to do that. A simple wall-mounted torch, convenient and efficient. Let's build one of these. Let's get one. Let's see if we can get one over here and over here. Let's build that. Let's turn off. Well, that's quite nice. I like that. Let's see if I can put it on the outside of my building so I can find it a bit easier. Let's get rid of that. So I can find a sap quickly. You can find sap on branches, like this one over here. And there's a little drop of sap. Okay, let's get back and let's go put those sconces on the outside of my building, just so it's a little bit easier to see it. I think it just looks nice having two lights outside. Let's grab that over there and over there. I think they'll look quite nice. I need... What do I need? Grass chunks and... I thought I had these. Sprig and grass dry chunks. So, here's some sprigs, which is what I need to finish it. Grab some mushrooms while I'm at it. And I need some dry grass chunks. It's a bit difficult to see them at night. And my torch just broke. That's great. One thing to note with this game, if you're sleeping, you do still essentially go through your resources. Here's some dry grass. So make sure you drink and eat food before you go to sleep, because you will use your food and your water whilst you're sleeping. Alright, so at least I got that going. I've gotten super lucky that I haven't actually run into anything at night, because that does happen very often and it is terrifying. Let's finish this up. That looks very nice. Ah, come on, I need one more dry grass chunk. Dry grass, there we go. And one more over there. And let's light that. And there we've got the start of my humble abode. So everybody, this is Grounded, a game I'm super excited about. I'm really glad I got my first little building going. And I'm really excited to continue this game and show you a bit more of this game as we progress further. So, thank you so much for watching this first episode. It might be a little bit rough. Hopefully it'll be alright. But we'll take it from here, as this is a game I want to play a lot, and I want to go through this playthrough with everyone and share it, and just have some fun and do something a little bit different for a change. So everybody, thanks so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please do like and subscribe. I'm going to have a lot more of this gameplay. I'm going to have a lot more tutorials for this game moving forward. So, and by no means there'll be no stop to Pokemon either. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Cheers. Enjoy.